Let's play some matches to enter the top 100 global ranking with Viktoria and a low serve aggressive baseliner style in Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wi-Fi Studios. So I was practicing to try and improve my aggressive baseliner shots accuracy in Tour 7 so as to prepare for matches in Tour 8. But as I was playing and I was not expecting it, I won enough to get near 2,600 trophies. So because I had some trophies in Tour 8 too, I decided to max out the number of trophies in Tour 7 and to get into the top 100. So one of my goals when I was starting to play Tennis Clash back to October 2019 was to enter the top 100 global ranking before end of August 2020. So entering that top by mid-May 2020 means that I have entered the top 100 roughly 75 days before expectations. So that's cool. And crossing this threshold earlier will allow me to have more time to improve accuracy even more, because I'm not very satisfied by it, especially during the, well, as you can see, the latest tournament round of the Paris Open. So to improve the accuracy, to try and achieve the next goal, that is to enter the top 50 before the end of December 2020. So I have now 7 months and 2 weeks to try and get to around 3,000 trophies. So why do I talk about 3,000 trophies? Well, that is the number of trophies which is necessary to be very near to the top 50. So I will need to play a lot more of matches against high trophy players in Tour 7 before playing regularly in Tour 8, where very high stats players are lurking, and I'm waiting to level up some cards as well, like the hammer in the forge, among others. The carbo load is not so important now that the antioxidants is a good replacement, but well, the hammer in the forge, yeah, definitely, and Viktoria too, if possible, to level 13. And of course, Kaito must be leveled up at the same time, because well, it will be good to get enough preparation for any upcoming major update, which would use either of those two characters. So leveling those character cards and item cards are mandatory to try and get the missing 300 points to get near 3,000 trophies in Tour 8. Right now it's quite rare for me to find players having almost the same build, same stats. Not exactly the same build, but it's almost the same total power. Almost all of them are having very high and higher total power and higher stats in agility and stamina. Almost the same forehand and backhand, but with Kaito than my Viktoria. So that's very hard to compete. I mean, they can have something like 93, yeah, or 94 in agility, 61 in stamina, 72 in forehand, 69 or 70 in backhand. So basically, they have a Kaito beast with the same forehand, backhand, and me playing with Viktoria, who is supposed to have a stronger forehand than Kaito. So that's ridiculous to play against them in Tour 8. It's impossible, actually. That's like asking Dimitrov or Jacko or Nieminen to try to beat a 23 years old Roger Federer in Wimbledon. Well, okay, let's talk a bit about the matches. So I try first the with the low serve aggressive baseliner, and for this match I was playing with the power serve strong forehand, and well, it had less stamina, but the forehand is enough Especially, look at the way Victoria is kind of walking now. She she can barely move. And fortunately, yeah, my opponent was a bit too confident playing with the nylon string only. Yeah, I thought that the game was going to freeze there, but not at all. Finally, just waited. I was about to restart the app. That was the first time I saw that. The game quite froze at the very end of the match. Generally, I see it freezing by the beginning or the middle of the match, but not at the very end. Well, it was a bit surprising. Alright, so here's Victoria playing with a good special string, which has stamina shear, forehand counter, and long cash chiatsu. So basically, it's the joker chord mixed with the Siberian wire. And this kind of a special string is very, very useful in the tournament round at challenger level. And I didn't buy any. Unfortunately, when those special strings were included in special offers in the store, it's too bad because I would love to have them in the tournament round where a lot of opponents were playing with them. So some were playing with the bunny chords, some were playing with the fortune chords or the heart string. Well, at some special event of the year, the publisher is going to propose those special strings. Well, I had the choker chords. This is the kind of the poor version of this string, of those special string. So basically, I don't have the counter, the forehand counter. But if you try to anticipate quickly enough, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You don't have this precision thing, when you're hitting with your big forehand on your opponent's any of your opponent hand, by the way. Well, your opponent will have more precision to counter your forehand. That's it. And that was not enough for my opponent here. There was a big lack of precision here. And yeah, the Sakura string was the name. That was not enough. My gosh. That was a very good build. Alright, so this one is a bit easier in theory. Right. And he was playing with a Hertz string too. So even in Tour 7 they play with the special strings. Sometimes, not all the time. Not all opponents. As you can see for Nishikori in the first two matches he was playing with the nylon string. Probably to save a bit the strings for special occasions, like for the tournament round. Alright, so with lower stamina, well, versus a lot of opponents, I have a lower stamina, a lot of Kaito. And well, when you don't have as much stamina than your opponents, well, you have to try to shorten the rallies as much as possible. Yeah, the choker chord is really useful. And having some agility as well. I wouldn't have caught that return if I was playing with the power serve. Strong forehand build. That will give me 45 agility only. Combo time. Yep, always a pleasure to execute that combo. Alright, so a core member eliminated. Yep, he didn't have a lot of. He didn't have very high stats there. Well, I was a bit lucky for some of matches to not to be matched with a lot of high trophies players. That would make the road to top 100 much more difficult. Combo time, another one. But this time that was not enough to outflank. Yeah, he was not happy there. That's why he wanted to make a point that he can do that too. He can hit those soft drops, soft semi cross court drop shot. Yeah, I can guess that a lot of opponents don't like to take that kind of combo. Oh my gosh, what was that? Oh right. So I still have to work a bit on the accuracy because well, it's not as good as I want it to be, and well, we need a much better accuracy actually in tour 8, definitely. I mean, it's not too bad, of course. It's not too bad right now in the tour 7 matches if you have a look at it. Um, I mean, I don't make a lot of unforced errors, but I really want to get to a rate that is as close as possible to 100% accurate accuracy. I mean, that would be nice to keep it really high. You know, it's a kind of mental exercise. A volley player from Vietnam. Okay, according to the way she is, well, this is a male first name. According to the way he is writing his name, Drew. And to the VN, which is the, whoops, not good. Yeah, I was trying desperately to make a lob here. And this forehand works better. Quick catch. Yep. Mike Nightmare. When the volley players are using it, the Maestro Monty string is really good for volley players, really. Plus, it is quite cheap. Only a bit more expensive than the Swallow Poly, so yeah, this is a good choice for volley players to know. Well, that shouldn't have. Yep, that shouldn't have been put in. I still have work to do, really, to make all the shots more accurate. Finally, a lob that goes in. And here, that it was easier to conclude the match. Yep, he put me in. He hit some nice volley, but 78 agility is not enough. 81 agility, 60 to 60. Yeah, 45 stamina. This is not. And plus, he was playing with nylon string, so what can I ask more? That's the perfect opponent to get normally trophies. He's trying to do well, to play accurately. He's taking time before each hit. He's the kind of player who likes to see a bit how the opponent is moving first before hitting. You can do that too, especially since the publisher has corrected the game's speed shortly after the big update of 7th of May 2020. Nothing about the game speed. You have more time now to think about what and where you are going to hit. Oh my. During the rallies. And that's good. That's good for strategy because you have a bit more time to think. Yeah, obviously. He was anticipating quite well, actually. But running everywhere is obviously not the best thing to keep the stamina level high enough for the end of the match. He was playing really well with an island string there. Yep, but even with a choker chord, I think that he could just make a long catch to save and then stay by the LA to watch me finish the other half of the combo. Alright. Another opponent having less totem power. I'm not going to complain, of course. And well, the thing is to stay focused because you know all players can put you into a difficult position if you underestimate them, and well, they can start to lead like 3-0, and you start to be impatient. You try to force a bit your forehand, you swipe, you try to make it much harder, much stiffer. You try to swipe much faster, and generally it's not very good. Yeah, that was nice shot there. Very nice. Okay. As you can see, with a 67 forehand, that's enough to make a very effective hit. But well, I have a forehand too. So, alright, it was very good. She was wrong footing me perfectly there. She clearly will have much more trophies in the in short term. I think this player is not going to stay at around 1,800 trophies. Oh right. Yep, I thought that was over there. But well, I know that when it's my opponent turn to serve, and that's a low serve player. Well, I have two real big occasions to come back and then even to lead. It was a tough match. This is Elena VT. She tried to vary a lot of her pattern, her hit pattern, so it was not easy to anticipate. So one time will be there, another time will be the other side, but it's not always the case. Plus her hits were very accurate, really. Fortunately, I had my strong forehand with me too. Yep, you have a big forehand. You have big hits. I can have too. Yeah, she likes to do that. She likes to do this kind of hit. And it will be one time in corner A, another time corner B. Oh yeah, I love that. She didn't expect, probably. Yeah, here I was. I was staying in the other corner first because I knew that he. At the moment, you start to see a bit how she's going to hit, but the problem is that I have almost no more stamina, so I really had to try to come back the match and to win as fast as possible here because I started to have almost no more stamina at all. And fortunately for me, I ended the match here because otherwise I wouldn't have finished it walking to every ball. That would be so funny. And my opponent was starting to lose stamina too. Alright, so this one has a lot of agility and stamina. He has decided to reduce his forehand power to put a lot on agility and stamina. You can achieve that with the samurai racket, for instance. Wow, yep. I wanted to hit super fast there. So as you can see, even if you don't have a very strong backhand in theory, with a very high agility and a lot of stamina, you can still hit the ball very hard. Fortunately, he was making so many enforced errors because on all those balls I was beaten. As you can see, I clearly lack a lot of stamina and agility there. And he had everything. Better agility, much better stamina, etc. The problem is that a lot of his hits were either out of the court or caught by the net. That's surely not very funny for him. And well, I was defending as much as I can. Yeah, here of course. We both were short in stamina. Oh my gosh, yeah. And well, I was trying to hit a way that would make him lose stamina too, so. Yeah, he was not taking a lot. of risk there, but I was making the info 0. So generally when I'm short of stamina and that I see that my agility is very reduced, I adjust a bit my swipe, to to try, because I know that the trajectory of my ball will be different if I hit when I'm exhausted, with when my stamina bar is in the orange zone or even in the red zone. So I will adjust my swipe a bit. Otherwise, if I make the same swipe than when I'm having a lot of stamina, well, the ball will get out of the court. Alright, as you can see, there are a lot of Kaito, much more Kaito than Victoria. Oh yeah, so we're playing, we're toying each other there. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was awful. I shouldn't have foreseen a bit better than that. Okay, that's cool. So this one likes to make those soft shots, like in the old good time. He's he's making me think about flight jamming actually, in the way flight jamming was hitting the balls before the big update. But a lot of flight jamming hits were going towards the center mark. So that was not easy at all to make very strong hits when you are always around the center mark. But he has stopped doing that. Well, because it's not easy to do that anymore since the big update. Okay, so we are getting closer. Yeah, we are getting closer to. Well, right now with 2,632, you can already be in the top 100, but maxing out in the 207 would. No, this is not the match to max out. This is the match which was before maxing out. Oh my gosh, look at the way the players walk almost when they have almost no more stamina. Alright, classic hits in the corners. Okay. Well, the hit pattern of this opponent was not very tricky to read. But knowing most of the time where he's going to hit is one thing, but countering is another thing. It can take some hits before. Would need a learning stage. before you really see what you have to do to make your opponent stop doing that, or do that without a lot of success. Yeah, I still need to practice that. That kind of save towards the other corner. A lot of players in Tour 7 do that very well. Like Halep. Halep is saving a lot of balls and turning the defensive um, shot into an offensive one very, very well. He does that very accurately. Oh, right. Well, that was the one to get to almost the max. Now, there will be the last match to max out in Tour 7. Viktoria, a Grand Slam player, Grand Slam League. Here we go. Oh yeah. All right, let's finish well. Okay. Well, as you can see, having enough stamina is now very, very important. We allow you to run everywhere real fast and try to get to the balls quickly enough, especially when you play with Kaito. So some Kaito players will increase the agility and stamina a lot, sacrificing forehand points. And that can work actually, because I don't know how to explain that really, but you can feel that with a higher agility and a higher stamina, well, you can easily counterbalance for the lack of power in your forehand or backhand. Well, except when your opponent is hitting really the corners like that. That was very tricky to hit effective shots, even when you have very high agility and stamina. So those soft up shots work really well to deplete stamina of the opponent. So that's it. I have maxed out in the Tour 7. Let's take a look at the profile of this player. Yeah, okay. 50, almost 55% win ratio. It's not too bad. Okay, so I end up with at the 77th rank, and the Tour 7 has been maxed out in trophies. Now, if I had better stats, I would play regularly in Tour 8, but, well, as I said, I don't have enough stats for that, so it will be the Tour 7 instead, and now and then some matches in Tour 8 for the subs. This is the build that I use the most. Well, I hope you enjoy watching me play those matches to get into the top 100 global ranking in Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wi-Fi Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 to stay tuned for new videos of Tennis Clash. Thank you a lot for your support, and see you soon in Gameplay 365. Bye-bye.